Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
Cut his fucking mic, since he wanna be fucking dumb. What it is, ho? What's up? Some of the girls was getting fucked up. What's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, Messy Maya, and I am back again with another video. So today we're going to be getting into some mess concerning the Baddies East reunion. At this point, y'all already know what we're here for, girl. Baby, we got to start the morning off with some mess. Y'all know how it is, messy mornings, girl. At this point, girl, I'm about to trademark it, child. Messy mornings, okay? Because at this point, girl, I give y'all all the mess in the mornings. So let's go ahead and get into it, girl. It is Monday morning. I am ready to get into this reunion. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Girl, it's Messy Maya. It's the Messy Mob. We are lit over here. Trust that, believe that, and yeah, let's get into this mess. All right, child. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. So the reunion starts off, of course, with a performance by this man. I don't know who he is, child. Apparently, he is the artist of the song That's a Baddie. You know what I'm saying? So this man is prancing around on stage by himself, lip singing this song, the same line for about 4 minutes. 4 minutes of my life that I cannot get back, child. Zeus, y'all did everything right for this reunion except for this. I promise you, we did not need this. And if you were gonna force a performance down our throat, I promise you, y'all could have brought some backup dancers, child. Y'all could have did more visuals. Y'all could have did something, baby, because you know what I'm saying. Y'all got this man prancing around on stage talking about some That's a Baddie, baby. The same line over and over and over again. Like, y'all could have at least added a little razzle dazzle to it, baby. Like, I don't even know. Like, I really don't even know what else to say, baby. We done heard this song at the beginning of every single episode, girl. It was just unnecessary in this 4 minutes of my life that I cannot get back. Child, let's move on to the next thing. Can we please talk about how, like, not to even be dramatic, but like, we all know that this season was a hot pile of dog shit. So let's really get into it. Can we please talk about how all of the girls getting out of the car with the intense music playing in the background? This entire scene was better than the whole season by, like, that a scene alone with all of the girls getting out of the car with their little makeup looks and their reunion looks, low-key but high-key, with the intense music in the background. That scene by itself was better than the entire season, baby. Like, no shade. Like, that scene alone was better than the entire season, no shade. But okay, so we start off, of course, with the girls in the dressing rooms, and we get Sukiana, Sapphire. We get Dukiana, Sapphire, aka the lap dog of the show, the lap dog girl. We get Miss Lapdog herself, Dukiana, and we get girl, the Chin, child. Okay, skyscraper Chin. And honestly, I just really did not care for the scene because I don't care for anybody in this scene. All of you get on my nerves. Sukiana, baby, you just wishy-washy, so I really don't even want to hear shit that you have to say. Like, no shade. Sapphire, I don't want to hear shit that you have to say because you're a lapdog. You are a liar. You be capping. You're not about what you say you're about. You're weird. I just really don't care for Sapphire. So I really don't care about what you have to say. Natalie, you're also a liar. So I don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. Like, this whole entire scene it was just weird. Like, and then okay, so they're basically talking, and Natalie is, being Natalie, being messy, and she's trying to tell Suki why Mariah Lynn was hurt. Why Mariah Lynn was hurt. So she was like, Mariah Lynn thought that you guys were friends, but you went and, you made a tweet that, you wanted her to go home. And Sukiana was like, well, if you're going to be my friend, you need to hear about yourself. But you weren't being a friend. Like, that's not being a friend. If you guys were really friends, that's not, you can't turn it around on her and gaslight her and be like, oh, well, you just don't like to hear what I like to say. You just don't want to hear about yourself. That's not true. If you were her friend, you would have never took it to the internet. Mariah Lynn thought that y'all were cool because y'all done helped the girl get her chain back, this, that, and the third. And then next thing she know, she going on the blog pages and you talk about something, you want her to go home. That's not being a real friend, Suki. That's not being a real friend. If you're my friend and you feel some type of way about me doing something that you don't like, you need to come directly to me, not go on social media for the entire world to see. Like, and you never even, girl, boo bye. Anyways, moral of the story is, I feel like Suki was trying to turn her, and Mariah Lynn is fake too, but we're going to get to that later. But you trying to make it seem like Mariah Lynn don't like to hear about herself, when in reality, if you guys were really friends, it's not about, oh, she don't want to hear about herself. It's the simple fact that you ran to the internet trying to show out instead of just coming to her and speaking to her directly on why you feel like she should go home or why you feel like she should get her ish together. Like, but you never did that. Like, girl, goodbye. Anyways, that's how I feel about that. Honestly, like I said, I feel like Suki is just, I don't know about Suki. Child, 1 minute I like her, the next minute I don't really care for her. We just gonna have to see. But I just don't like this, the whole child. Anyways, so the next conversation is Rolley and ET, and I just don't like, I'm like, I don't want to hear none of this, but I'ma still bite. I'ma still listen. ET and Rollie's interaction was very weird. Like, it didn't seem genuine at all. Like, it just seemed very awkward. Like, Rollie's like, oh, who are you going to get into it with? This, that, and the third. And how do you feel? And E.T.'s like, I'm nervous. Like, the way they were talking, it's like, y'all don't talk like that. Why ain't y'all talking like that? E.T. was like, I'm nervous. And Rollie was like, why? Like, y'all don't talk like that. Why is y'all talking like that? Child, Scotty come into the room. It's even more dry. Child, Scotty ain't add any depth to their conversation. They was just talking about, the regular schmegular conversations right before they get out on stage. Child, y'all know what I'm talking about, girl. In the midst of this conversation, though, Rollie is still trying to make fun of Camila and still talk about Camila, basically trying to say that she needs to go to a surgeon and she should be mad at a surgeon because no surgeon can fix her kangaroo pouch. My thing is Rollie, I don't understand like where you get off really feeling like you can body shame anybody, especially a mother. When you had your son 14, 15, 16 years ago, and bitch, you're still big. Fuck is you talking about? You're biggest. Girl, you're girl, what are you talking about, girl? Like Anamax said, big back mountain, girl, you're still big. What are you talking about? What is your excuse? Before Camila came onto the show, Camila had her son 3 months before she got onto the show. You had your son 14, 15, 16 years ago. You're still big after all those surgeries. So again, what I don't understand, like, and where in Rollie's deluded mind does she feel like this girl wakes up in deluded land every single day? I don't know where in your deluded mind you think you get off body shaming a mother. When Rollie, like, no shade. Rollie, when you get into it with girls on the show and y'all fighting, Rollie, you literally block the entire camera view to the point where I be thinking that you be winning these fights when in reality, you just big. Like, you really just big. Like, you block the entire camera every single time. Every single time you get into it with somebody. So again, like, you're mad about a pouch, which still don't even make sense because Camila is still naturally slim and you can tell. Like, you talk about a pouch. Like, I'm so sick of her body shaming that girl. Like, you said that's the only thing that you can say about her too. Oh, kangaroo. What's up, kangaroo pouch? Why? I don't understand why you keep saying that, girl. You're weird. And you still big, and you're still bigger than Camila. What are you talking about? You was doing all that sucking when Camila first came onto the show. All that sucking. Oh, you was my favorite bad girl. You was this. Girl, I really like Camila. This, that, and the third. But it's like, oh, now it's kangaroo pouch. This kangaroo. Girl, goodbye. Anyway, so in the midst of all of this, Smiley gets on Biggie's trailer and they are talking. Now, from the vibe that I got from Smiley, I highly doubted that she expected what was to come. Poor baby, I'm sorry. It's really not funny because Biggie made me mad. Because you did not have to do that girl like that, Biggie. You really did not have to do her like that. Like, But the way that Smiley got on the trailer, like I feel like she really did not expect that. Or I feel like if she would have expected that, she honestly would not have gotten on the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Smiley's on the trailer. They're talking. Smiley is all smiles, child. The girl is smiling from ear to ear. She's speaking to Biggie, and Biggie is fiending for an issue. Like, Biggie, like, I'm not even gonna lie. This brings me back to Biggie on Baddies West. Only because I feel like you were trying to pick with her. Like you were doing with some of the girls on Baddies West. And I feel like you're only doing that. And this goes back to you not necessarily being a lapdog, but you trying to fit in. Like, because what reason do you have to really try to beef with Smiley? Like, my thing is that if you're going to get on anybody, if you're going to get your lick back on anybody, if you're going to get on anybody for not having your back on the show, you need to be getting into it with your friends. House B. Yeah, you, out of all people, you expected for Smiley to stand up for you, baby. Smiley don't even stand up for herself, baby. Smiley don't even stand up for her. Girl, I don't know how you wanted Smiley to be your little ride or die, baby. Smiley is not even a ride or die for herself, girl. Unless it is somebody, unless it is somebody smaller than her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand like what you expected out of Smiley and why you even put Smiley on that pedestal to really think that Smiley was going to steal off on Rollie. And Smiley around the time where y'all got evicted, are you serious? Really? Really, Biggie? Especially because if you guys run it back to the literal episode that is named Eviction Day, Biggie told Smiley straight up to her face that she's not going to do any duos. She don't want to do no duos. So again, just because you tell Smiley to do something and Smiley don't do it, you felt the need to slap her down like that? Like, why? I just don't get it. Like, I really don't. And I'm trying to get it because I really don't want to believe that you of all people would really stoop to that level and prey on somebody that is weaker than you. But I don't understand why else you would do it. And don't get me wrong, Smiley is not innocent. And I do feel like Smiley, Smiley getting slapped down is not going to hurt her because Smiley, but baby, wrong person, girl. I just don't understand. Like, you really, like, I'm really trying to process my thoughts right now. So sorry if I'm rambling, but it's like, you and my thing is, if anybody condones what Biggie did to, if you condone what Biggie did to Smiley, that means that you condone what Krishan did to Tasiki, because Krishan literally got her sister jumped because, oh, you didn't do what I told you to do. She thought you thought you had a guard dog and you thought she was just gonna do what you told her to do, and she ain't do it, so you got her jumped. That's exactly what Biggie just did to Smiley. You slapping her down. Oh, baby. Down to the ground, girl. Okay. Because you mad because she, first of all, if you, girl, this is, I just have so many thoughts processing about the situation. Like, because I really feel like Biggie is like picky choosy, because it's like, baby, if you wanted to stand on business and you wanted to get your lick back on people who didn't help you, again, you should have went for House B. If you roll back the clips every single time Biggie got bullied, where was House B? Not only did House B not have her back in the house, but House B was also keying with House A every single time it was at Biggie's demise. So you keying and you trying to impress the girls that were literally keying with House A and not having your back. But you're mad at Smiley? When Smiley had the alleged, when Smiley had the alleged MC, right? When Smiley had the alleged MC, okay, and she was fresh out the hospital, okay? And girl, she was getting snuck left and right. She got a drink thrown on her by Rollie, baby. Sapphire and grabbed the girl, put her on the ground, baby, snatched her by her chain. Where were you? Seriously, where were you? That's what I'm saying. And this happened before the eviction thing. So if she went through all of this mess right? If she went through all of this mess before the actual eviction and you have never once came through for her, had her back, spoke up for her, spoke up in her defense, none of that, why would she have your back? That don't make no sense. So because you told her to do it to do that to Rollie and she didn't do it, also now, and I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not biased at all, baby. If Biggie told her to do that and Smiley said that she was gonna do it and didn't do it, she's weird for that. But why you ain't handle it when you was in the house? You and Smiley literally met up the morning after. The morning after, y'all literally met up in front of the house. And you ain't do nothing. I feel like Biggie is trying to impress House B. I feel like that's what, because you have no reason to have beef with Smiley. And you can tell that kind of like online, Biggie kind of been like picking and like talking about Smiley, but I didn't think it was this serious. Like there was a lot of hate behind that hit. That hit was a lot. Like you would have thought that Smiley fucked Biggie man or said something personal to her. Girl, you mad because she ain't do what you told. Girl, again, like Smiley said, who are you to tell me what to do? Y'all are not my mother. Who are y'all to tell me what to do? Y'all can't tell me what to do. What are you saying? You gonna slap me down because I didn't do what you wanted me? Girl, goodbye. Anyways, chat, just a mess. Girl, you should have had that energy with House B. Security swoops in almost immediately. Smiley is swinging for her life, child. Smiley is swinging for her life, child. She is doing the best she can. Honestly, I feel like unpopular opinion, I really don't care because I feel like Biggie really can't fight anyway. I love my girl, love my big Dominicana, but baby, I'm gonna call you out, girl. You really cannot get down. A child Smiley can't either, but Smiley was swinging, baby. Okay, girl, she was trying to get her child, but security was in the way. And that's my problem with security, too. I just don't understand there's no way that somebody gonna put hands on me like that and I cannot get to them. And now y'all are surprised where her adrenaline is through the roof. She literally cannot properly defend herself because y'all are in the way. Y'all are not letting her get her lick back. Y'all not, you know what I'm saying? And y'all mad because she done did that to her hand. I think that she was kind of dumb for doing that to herself. But I kind of get it in a sense because it's like, dang, she literally got slapped. Can't even defend herself, baby. Can't even defend herself because security is in the way. And baby, that adrenaline is crazy. She didn't even feel it. When all that, baby, when it was gushing, she didn't even feel it. That adrenaline was so high and through the roof. Girl, okay, yeah, so I feel like they definitely should have let Smiley defend herself. I feel like if security was not in a way, Smiley would have did her okay one. I don't want to say big one because I feel like Smiley can't get down either, but I feel like she would have got Biggie for real, if security would have move out the way, let her defend herself. What are you doing? Like, what? Anyways, the security guard is behind Smiley saying, it's me, listen to me. Sir, that never works. I don't know why you keep saying that. Like, it's me. Like, listen to me. It never calms them down. It never works. In my opinion, I feel like it roused them up even more. I don't know why you even be saying that. Anyways, so Tasiki ended up with Biggie. I don't know whose trailer they were in. Oh, they were in Biggie's trailer. So they got Smiley off Biggie's trailer. And Tasiki, Camila, and Biggie sat down with each other eventually, and they started to recap Tasiki getting jumped a little bit. And baby, Biggie had a lot to say about Krishan, girl. I mean, what she was saying honestly wasn't it was what she was saying was not false, but I'm like, girl, you got a lot to say about her. Anyways, so yeah, that was that. The conversation was just the conversation. You know, they just recapping a little bit of stuff that happened in the house, this, that, and the third, before they go off on stage. Camila talking about something she gonna be brought out of retirement. And Camila, girl, listen, girl. You, like, girl, I like no shade, girl. You just don't got it no more. Like, no shade. I'm not gonna say that, girl. I'm not gonna say that. Well, I will say that, but I really don't want to say that because I kind of want to see what you do first before I just take that and run with it. But girl, you talking about retirement, girl. Biggie and Tasiki's face said it all. That's all I am going to say. So the scene then cuts to Janisha and Nene in their trailer, or in somebody's trailer, child, and they are talking. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like this duo, although I have very, very, very short patience for Janisha. Because I feel like Janisha hosts every reunion and she does not impress me. Although I have very short patience for Janisha, baby, I feel like Janisha and Nene's chemistry is, I love it. I love their chemistry. I feel like they're very good together, and I feel like Nene brings something out in Janisha, because I honestly don't think Janisha did terrible this reunion, but we're going to get to that. So that was their conversation, girl. They're just kind of recapping the season a little bit, you know, talking about what to expect when they get out on stage, this, that, and the third. That's really what it was, child. Y'all already know what it is. So now we are on stage, and House 8 comes out first, with the exception of Sky. Okay, so Sky came out with Natalie, Mariah Lynn, Scotty, and Natalie, child. So really didn't give anything. Scotty, I don't know what hairstyle that was. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know what hairstyle that was. Natalie, I thought that Natalie looked real cute. My personal opinion, y'all get so mad. Sky's outfit ate down. Mariah Lynn showed up exactly how I would have showed up. I just would have showed up in what Mariah Lynn was wearing. Plus, cause she had on a sweatsuit, right? And a hat. Okay, yeah, that's what I would have wore, baby. And but my hair would not have been in no wig, baby. I would have had some braids. Okay. So I feel like Mariah Lynn was really the most realistic one out of everybody, because I'm not showing up cute to something like that, especially if I got to run multiple fades. So the rest of House B comes out on the other side, which was Tasiki, Anamac, Biggie, and Camila. All right. So they are on the other side. Biggie and Anamac. Oh, Lord. I don't It's like, a part of it was, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much like the ADHD girl myself. So I can be very loud, hyper, like bouncing off the walls. Y'all be hearing me in my reviews, my recaps, my tea videos. I'm very much like kind of all over the place. Like, I talk very fast. Sometimes I talk at 2x speed, baby. You know what I'm saying, baby? I just be rambling. I go from one sentence. Sometimes I can't finish a sentence. I go from here to there, to there to here. So my ADHD kicks in a lot. So it's like, when I'm seeing them, especially Anna, it kind of reminded me of myself a little bit, but I'm like, God, I didn't know whether it was like more so like more relatable, funny, or just annoying, because it was times where they were just being irritating, but it's like I kind of lived for it though, because especially for Biggie, because the Baddies West reunion, girl, Biggie was on mute, girl. I kind of felt bad for her, no shade, like I really did. Girl, you could just tell that her personality was to a minimum. Like, she really didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you could just tell that Biggie came to the Baddies West reunion to get her check and go. Like, that girl was not at the Baddies West reunion, Biggie was quiet, girl. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was not Biggie that day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was I going to say? So yeah, so seeing her like that, this reunion, I don't know, it kind of made me smile a little bit, because I'm like, yes, like, girl, talk your ish. Like, these girls counted you out. You came in as the underdog. Now you are most valuable baddie. The girls love you. The fans love you. You know what I'm saying? You came out on top. So I feel like, you know, rightfully so, you really should be talking your ish, because Zeus and Natalie tried so hard to paint her as a joke, to paint her as something that she may or may not be. So she could get more backlash and get clowned more. And you know what I'm saying? All that stuff, all that bad stuff, child. So when she came on stage talking her ish, okay, she made it known, yeah, I'm MVB, most valuable baddie. I'm that girl. And what, like, what? Yeah, I love that for her. I really do. And I love how she was gloating in Natalie's face, and Natalie was on mute. So it's like, yeah, I love that for her, but then a part of me is like, girl, all right, girl, tone it down a little bit. But I don't know, girl. Anamac was very hyper, girl. She was, girl, I don't know. Child. The girls, Biggie and Anamac were doing a lot. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like, They came on stage, they were doing a lot. Okay, girl, Biggie was standing on the couch, child, had her foot on the couch the whole time, girl, standing up with her hands in the pocket, girl, talking her ish, chiming into every conversation, every single conversation, child. It was just crazy. Anyways, so again, they start watching clips of themselves. Oh, and T is also brought out with House B as well. I forgot to mention her. So yeah, they're watching clips. Let me just really speed past this part. They're watching clips every single, right after every single clip, they're basically recapping it, talking about it. I really did like this aspect of the show because again, it provides an opportunity for dialogue. Okay. And I think that them bringing in ET and Rollie a little bit later was very smart because clearly when ET and Rollie came out on stage, baby, all hell broke loose. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was very smart for them to wait to bring them on. So yeah, they had dialogue. It was cool. It was cool. They had dialogue. They, recapped Tessiki getting jumped. Tessiki got emotional. I feel like she has every right to feel the way that she feels. They were kind of talking about Krishan a little bit. They were like, Krishan is ungrateful. She turned down the 100K. This, that, and the third. And Tessika was like, she was very smart for doing that because unless she would have came here very genuine and apologetic, she would have got it from me and that 100K would not have been worth it. Which, when I think about it, it kind of makes sense as to why Krishan turned it down. It makes sense as to why she turned it down or why she wanted more when I think about it because the way Tessika was talking was like, baby, that 100K would have not been worth it. Okay. For what I was going to do to her. So yeah, we talked about that moment. They replayed Animac versus Scotty. Animac and Scotty got into it a little bit. Nobody wants to take accountability for what they did. Scotty definitely irritated me because Scotty didn't want to take any accountability for anything. It was weird. Girl, be bold. Be bold. Say you fought on a Mac over lemon pepper stepper. Say that. Like, but you don't want to say that though because because his woman is right there, so you don't want to say it. But they were like it was so awkward because Anna Mac is literally screaming at Scotty like, what was the reason? Why did you run up on me? What was the reason? Scotty did not want to say, girl, you know the reason. The girl that tells me everything I need to know. You know the reason. Like, girl, come on now. Anyways, so again, no accountability from Scotty's part, child. They show T and Scotty getting into it. Nobody wanted to take accountability. And the reason why I feel like T wasn't taking any accountability, because although they had some type of static outside of the show or prior to coming onto Baddies East, they were cool. They were cool or seemingly cool when they got on the show. All you gotta do is roll back to the first couple episodes. They were cool. But T would start yelling first every single time. In that van, in that Sprinter, when T yelled at Scotty, that wasn't even the first time that T screamed at Scotty. T screamed at Scotty and had a loud mouth with Scotty on the very first episode. When Scotty was getting into it with Anna, T was being loud with Scotty. So when in terms of that, I feel like, okay, so no, y'all came onto the show somewhere cool. Y'all was talking, y'all was on stage together, y'all was dancing, y'all was cool. If y'all wasn't cool, y'all would not have been on a Sprinter together to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like T wasn't taking accountability and I still like her and all, but it's like I feel like she wasn't taking accountability in terms of like, girl, you initiated more. You be yelling at her. Girl, T was punking Scotty for like 3 episodes before Scotty Scotty finally confronted her outside of that house. Like, but I feel like T did not want to take responsibility for that at all. Like, Scotty took no accountability at all for anything. Because again, if you really felt some type of way about her punking you, you should have addressed it when she initially punked you but T had punked her so many times up until that point. It's like now it don't even matter, and you still trying to, but it don't even matter no more because you should have got your issue when she initially came at you screaming like that. But it's like nobody took accountability. It was irritating. It was so like, what's the point of dialogue if nobody's taking accountability? Anyways, it was still good though. Again, they got dialogue. They got what they needed to get off their chest. But again, I feel like it's no point because you're not coming to a resolution. You're not coming to a solution at all. Y'all just talking in circles, arguing. Nobody wants to take accountability. Ciao, boo. Okay. Girl. Anyways, so, yeah, they have dialogue, and then ET and Rollie end up coming on stage. Baby, when I tell you, girl, listen. When I tell you, it was up and it was stuck when Rollie and ET came up on stage. That's all I can say. Girl, ET done kicked off her shoes. Girl did the stiff Naruto anime run up to Natalie. Girl, she done knocked Natalie up out her wig. Girl, she done knocked Natalie up out her chair. Girl, Natalie is on her back swimming on the floor with the chair tilted. The way that ended up is not surprising because Natalie, we all know Natalie can't get down. So it was just crazy. But let me say this about ET though. I feel like she's a little bit more smarter than what we give her credit for. ET is smart in terms of like, she knew that the only way, if she really wanted Natalie, ET knew the only way she was going to be able to get Natalie was to rush her. Because nobody's just finna let Natalie, security is just not finna let Natalie, security and production, they're just not finna let Natalie get jumped on like that. So, ET, I don't know. I feel like I did not feel bad for Natalie. I seen some people in the comments saying how they felt bad for Natalie. I feel like Natalie got, just like ET got what she got, Natalie got what she got. Honestly, I feel like Natalie should have got worse. And me personally, like, you really should have, like, you really should, like, I feel like she's lucky that that's all she got. You know what I'm saying? And although I feel like it's really from the wrong person because you and ET were doing y'all dirt together on the show. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, for ET to do it, it's kind of like, but I'm just happy it happened. Because there's no way that you thought that all the dirt that Natalie did on the show, there's no way that you really thought that you was going to sit cute on that reunion stage and not get touched after all the dirt you did on the show. Girl, boo-bye. Girl, you got to be crazy. Girl, you crazy. Girl, you should have been on point. As much dirt as you did, you should have been on point, baby. Girl, you thought you was just going to sit cute. Girl, boo, bye. Anyways, ET, girl, I feel like ET is really a liar. I feel like ET lied about, like, talking about some, production told me that Natalie was gonna set me up. Huh? Like, why would production set up Natalie, first of all? Why would they set up Natalie and put it in your favor and not tell Natalie at all that you were coming for her? Girl, you are a liar. Let's really keep it a bean. You know you're not coming back on the show. Everybody knew that you weren't going to come back on the show. Everybody was saying it. Everybody knew you weren't going to come back on the show. You wanted to go out with a bang. I would have just respected you a little bit more if you would have said that. But it's like, for you to get on stage, and you said two different things. First of all, you said that, Natalie was trying to set you up. Oh, you heard through the grapevine that Natalie was going to set you up. Okay, so that's why you did it. Then 2, you said that Natalie didn't check on you enough, or she didn't call you and check on you. Girl, Natalie is not your friend. I don't even know why that was even an excuse. But you said 2 different things. Girl, I just feel like you're lying. Like, you're not credible. I feel like you lie a lot, ET. I'm not even going to front to you, girl. You do. Girl, I would have just respected you more if you would have been like, girl, listen, I know y'all brought me on this show. Y'all really didn't want me on this show. I know that y'all never had any intention to bring me back onto the show. I wanted to do my big one. I wanted to go out with a bang. I love camera time, this, that, and the third. I wanted to go for the big dog, which was the EP. I would have respected ET if she would have just said that. But to come on stage, again, shouting out a bunch of lies. Oh, well, you didn't call me. Well, you were going to set me up. Who told you that Natalie was going to set you up? Girl, bye. So in the midst of that, while that is happening, Mariah Lynn and Scotty hop up immediately and try to jump ET while ET is getting into it with Natalie. And Mariah Lynn is really trying to get ET, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Girl, Scotty is yelling, Scotty, girl, you cannot, girl, Scotty, girl, you're a punk. That's my thing with Scotty too, girl. It's giving that you're mad that ET did something that you would never do. That's really what it's giving. It's giving. What is it giving? Like Natalie is not your friend. I feel like we already established this. You're sitting here again trying to just take on her battles, and it's like, for what? Natalie was not getting jumped. She was not getting jumped. So why are you mad? Why are you mad? What are you mad for? Girl, you are a buster. I'm not even gonna lie, girl. Natalie be doing you any type of way. Natalie stay turning you every way but loose whenever she feels like it. Whenever she wakes up and feel like putting her hands on you, she do it. You don't do nothing. Girl, I mean, you finally stood up for yourself, but it's like you still taking on her battles for what? That girl's not your friend. Girl, bye. Just weak sauce. Anyways, in the midst of that, again, ET is kind of not really getting jumped, but the girls are trying to jump her. She's standing in the corner behind security. Very smart. I'm not gonna lie. She had a little bit of strategy going into this reunion. So ET kicked it off, baby. She kicked it off, girl. She kicked this reunion off. No shade. She really did, because once she did that, baby, it was up and it was stuck, girl. It was literally the calm before the storm. It was calm before they got on stage, baby. When they got on stage, within seconds, ET kicked it off, and it was crazy after that. So again, in the midst of that, also Rollie and Biggie are squaring up. Child. Just to Rollie says that she loves Biggie. She said that. Well, I'm so confused. Like, what, do y'all like each other or not? Like, I'm still confused. Anyways, like, let me find out y'all are scissor sisters, big back scissor sisters on the low. Let me find out y'all are big back scissor sisters on the low, child. Let me find out, girl, because y'all just, I don't know. Because when they were getting into it, it looked like they didn't want to do it. It was weird. It was weird. It looked like they didn't want to do it, but they knew that they had to, because, you know, the cameras was right there. Like, Biggie, like, why are you running? It was at a point in the altercation where Biggie was literally trying to run or walk away while Rollie was like, why are you just letting her do that to you? Like, I just don't. Biggie cannot. Oh my God, Biggie cannot fight, child. Tessiki was literally on the sidelines, literally screaming at Biggie, like, what did I tell you to do? What are you doing, girl? Biggie had Tessiki so stressed on the sideline. I'm not gonna lie, if I was Tessiki and I was like a heavy hitter the way that I was, you know what I'm saying? And like, I see my friend who really cannot fight, I would get irritated every single time, because it's really just like, girl, you are too big to not be. And what irritates me about Biggie too, and I said this on my live, is that Biggie is so strong. So if Biggie just tries, I feel like if she tries to learn how to get down, she could really do, like, you know what I'm saying? She could really do somebody in, but it's like, you don't even try. You just can't fight. Oh my goodness. Anyways. It's so disappointing. Anyways, so while Biggie and Rollie are getting into it, Camila and Automac try to jump in. Camila do a little air kick. I don't know where she thought that kick was gonna go, but it irritated me. I got mad as soon as I seen it. Girl, Automac was really trying to get Rollie, and I know Rollie felt it, because Rollie was like, she was kind of shook, because I feel like she really didn't think that she was gonna, which I don't understand, girl. I don't understand why you wouldn't think, out of all people, I don't understand why you wouldn't think that you get jumped. Why would you think that you wouldn't get jumped? After all the dirt you did on the show, and after all the mess that you talked online, girl, Rollie looked so shook when she realized that she was getting jumped. She's like, no, they're trying to jump me. They're trying to jump me. Girl. And, like, what? Anyways, so what else happened after that? It was just a mess after this. Like, everybody was getting into it. Okay, so Biggie, Rollie, Anna Mac and Rollie ended up getting into it too, one-on-one. Honestly, this fight was very weak in my opinion. I feel like Anna Mac did, I feel like she did it okay. You know what I'm saying? She did a lot better than a lot of girls do up against Rollie, especially for her size. I feel like she did okay. But this fight altogether was just not tea at all. This fight was not tea. I cannot stress this enough. Like, girl. So, after ET and Natalie officially ended up getting broken apart, Tesiki calls out ET's fade, and she's like, "You gonna have to show me mine. Like, you gonna have to square up. Like, I'm sorry." So they end up squaring up, which I honestly can respect, because I really feel like Tesiki really could have just snuck her and tried to jump her the way that Scotty and Mariah Lynn was trying to do, or the way House B was trying to do, you know, once later. But she really could have did some grimy stuff, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? She called out the fade. She made her square up. They squared up. In my opinion, I feel like ET stuck with her a little bit. Do I feel like ET won? No, I never said that. I don't know why when I said that ET stuck with her, y'all like y'all just don't want nobody to give ET props, but I am not biased. I don't know what y'all don't understand about that. Like, if I see something, I'm gonna say it. Like, I don't care who it is. So I feel like ET stuck with her. ET was kind of, you know, she was just like kind of just throwing her, like, just like it gave windmill a little bit, but it was still fast. Like, I don't know what ET was doing, but I do feel like she stuck with Tesiki. Tesiki definitely, like, ooh, baby, Tesiki, girl. Ooh, that girl, that's a strong girl. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think people give her enough credit. Like, I know we hype up her fighting a lot, but I feel like she really don't get enough credit for, like, technique-wise. Like, technique? Like, this girl is a technical fighter. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm surprised that her hands are not registered. Like, no shade. I'm honestly surprised that her hands are not registered, because I really feel like nobody can really, no ma'am. I feel like nobody is not seeing Tesiki. But I feel like ET did a lot better than we expected her to do. Me personally, I do. You know, she stood on her 2 feet the entire time. Even when Tesiki, you know, put her over her shoulder and did what she did, baby, ET still was on top when Tesiki did that. Tesiki ended up, like, doing that and, like, putting ET on top of her, but ET wasn't on top for that long. But, you know, it was just crazy. I feel like it was a really good round. I feel like the first round was really, really, really good. No shade. I did. I feel like the first round was really good. I don't know. I feel like it was good. Of course, Tesiki won. I will never take that away from her. ET had me shook, girl. She did better than I thought she would. Girl, so this was a long rambling session review. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you do, thank you so much for clicking on this period and giving me the time of day. I love y'all so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Girl, it's Messy Maya. It's the Messy Ma. We are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah, bye.